Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with our last purple yellow croc game for a little bit. I just need a break from the deck. It's incredibly hard to play this deck in my local meta right now, and the deck is really not working with me, and that makes it even harder. So honestly, I'm just tired of getting smacked around. But I did want to go over this game. This is the only game I will be posting from this tournament, because this tournament, to put it nicely, was miserable. I was too much into my head, and after I got completely just stomped because I had no counter in game 2, I ended up just dropping early and going home. So my opponent goes ahead and swings 5 here after getting the birdcage off of one of the baby 5 searches. And I go ahead and give him the Miss Wednesday counter. I figure since he has birdcage, Miss Wednesday's not going to get a lot of ramp. So I can get a little bit of ramp with Bon Clay here. I'm sure he'll get tapped eventually. I swing 5 to get rid of one of the baby 5s. And he goes ahead and lets it go. I go ahead, play out Bon Clay, get the ramp, and pass turn. Not really much I can do. Thankfully with this deck, unlike Purple Luffy, I have more top end characters. But yeah, no, this is a rough one. I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think. My opponent goes ahead and searches with baby 5 and gets sugar, which is the worst. Honestly, like after playing this, I've played against the birdcage before. And this deck is just, to put it lightly, it's so toxic. There's nothing more infuriating than not being able to swing. He goes 5 into Bon Clay, and that's honestly fine. That's about as much as I expected Bon Clay to do. And with the Bon Clay ramp, we are now at 7 Dawn, which it's not great. It's kind of an awkward spot for us. We don't really have any plays on 7 Dawn, and as you can see, our hand is kind of weird. We could drop Kikinojo. I think we probably will drop Kikinojo, but while I'm trying to figure out what to do, because I know Birdcage is coming. I know that's what his deck is. You Birdcage, and you just minus Dawn, so you never unbirdcage, which is understandable. His deck's doing what it's supposed to do, but God, I hate this deck. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in what you guys say, because I do feel like I was playing pretty well, and then I lose it. I absolutely lose control. So we go 7 here into his life. Maybe I should have gone 5 into baby 5 and just not used all my Dawn. I'm not really sure about that. I think we end up playing, yeah, we tap 4, and we end up playing Kikinojo, and then, yeah, they get rested because of sugar. Maybe playing out Kikinojo first, baiting him to rest sugar, and then swinging into sugar might have been a good play. But not really sure. At this point, I'm pretty sure I played out Kikinojo just to Okamawe into it, because I know being at a 4 cost, she's not doing much. So he goes ahead and swings 5 at life, and I just go ahead and take it, and I get another croc, so there's some sustainability there. That's great, and if we can keep big bodies on the board, then maybe we can fight back. And there goes the birdcage, so Kikinojo is stuck, unfortunately. But you know, as I said, that's kind of what I expected her to do. He gets the baby 5 search off. Yeah. I definitely am curious about, I see stages becoming more active. He gets the 10 drop Dofflamingo, which I hate that card so much right now. We go ahead and we get a Miss All Sunday, which as I mentioned is it's part of the list that the Purple Yellow Croc that made it to top 32 in the last event was running. So I wanted to try his list, and unfortunately my local meta just fucking shit on me, to put it nicely. Sorry for the swearing. I don't think I tend to swear too much in these videos, but I do have a mouth like a sailor usually. So we are at 8 dawn, I believe. Actually 9, excuse me. I can count. There I am counting. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I get rid of baby 5 there. Yeah, it's kind of a hard thing to save, unfortunately. I end up tapping 8, and I play Katakuri and put Sugar at the bottom of his life. It might have been better to play Kikinojo out last turn before I swung with leader, and then swung lead into Sugar, and then this turn maybe Katakuri'd Kikinojo into life. He would have to tap Kikinojo, but well, he's at 4 life, so I'm not really sure. I do feel like that was a pretty solid play, because Katakuri was just, Sugar was just going to keep tapping everything, and now I have a body that doesn't, that can't get stuck in Birdcage. So he swings 6, I give him the 2k, and he plays out Douglas Bullet, and I hate this card so much right now. It is a pretty good card. It's from the film starter deck, but it's I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. It's very good, and it keeps him from, oh, I'm gonna read it. Well, I'm gonna read it where you can't see it. It basically keeps him from hitting 10 dawn or staying at 10 dawn and breaking Birdcage, which is incredibly frustrating. And he's a pretty big body, so he is hard to move off or get off of the field, which is very frustrating. That is the name of this game. And I think I go ahead and I play 2, and I play out Miss Valentine, and I think I'm looking for a 2k or something to use, and I do get a 2k. Yeah, just because I know that that's a big, Douglas Bullet is a big body, and yeah, having that 2k is nice. So I end up tapping 8. I play out Croc. I leave Miss Doublefinger on the board there. There I go, finally putting her in my life, and I swing 5 at lead just to try and get some counter out of his hand. Unfortunately, we had to bottom deck our other Katakuri. He ends up countering with Sugar, which I'm thrilled to see. I swing the 8 with Katakuri, and he takes it, and he triggers, and he rests Croc, which is super unfortunate, honestly. That he had that trigger in there. Thankfully, as I mentioned, Croc won't get stuck in that, but he does play Dofflamingo, and he freezes those 3. And this is the play that I think loses me the game. I think I'm doing alright, staying, keeping up with him, and doing alright, but I think that him getting the freeze put me on the back foot this game. And because I was constantly on the back foot and constantly trying to protect I have big bodies, but he had larger bodies. But he swings Bullet into life. I send it into Kikinojo, let her die. That's basically what I put her on the board to do. And he swings 5, and I go ahead and take it. And of course I get the Capone, of course. So I go ahead and scoot everybody over. Not like it matters too much. And I think, yeah, because I don't get to stand this turn and I have nothing to kind of attack him with, I think that really ended up putting me where we were on even footing, and now it put me on the back foot, because now he has 2 10k bodies that can swing into my 8 and 9k, and I couldn't attack first. So really just to put it any other way, y'all hate yellow triggers. I'm a #1 hater of this Dofflamingo card. I'm actually the #1 Sakazuki hater, but 10-drop Doffy is literally the bane of my existence lately. So, yeah. So the list that I am running does have Blast Breath, so I have the Blast Breath, but I actually, like, after playing it, I don't like Blast Breath personally. There is no trigger, which, granted, the chances of you getting it in trigger are slim, I understand, but yeah, so I end up playing 8-drop Croc and gaining a life, so I'm sitting at a good amount of life, but he's got 2 very large bodies, and he's not going to be swinging into life. I don't know if maybe, so he swings in a Croc, and I end up protecting the Croc here because I want to hit back with Croc. I think I protect this Croc. I might let this Croc go. But I know I do expend a lot to protect my board, and maybe that is where I should have, maybe that's where I really kind of let the game go. So yeah, I do let the Croc go, but he swings 5 into Miss Valentine, and I let her go. She's not doing anything anyway. She did her job. But yeah, after this game, I watched it back in, like, right there in the shop, and I feel like the Dofflamingo play was really the turn of the game, where, as you can see, like, I was kind of meeting him with aggression, and now it's like I am defending myself, and he is aggressing out, like, ridiculously. And I don't like Blast Breath here because, granted, it is nice that I got to keep Katakuri up, but now I'm really low on Dawn. Granted, it doesn't really do much. Like, I don't have an 8 cost to play. And I get another Capone. I'm like, are you kidding me? So yeah, this was after I really shuffled the deck too. So that's. I think I'm just generally an unlucky person. I've always felt like I was unlucky, but this game is really making me feel like I am one of the unluckiest people alive. Like, I barely get yellow triggers when I play yellow. Like, what's the point? Although I will say the Corona game I played, getting the Okama way, was very lucky, but that's 1 out of like 8 games, you know. So I've been holding for Dawn. I think I end up trying to swing into the bodies here, and I swing a lot, and he just counters. Realistically, I think I don't know if it would have been better to keep my characters up and just swing large into his life with my leader and kind of get back on the not back foot, if that makes sense. Or if trying to clear his characters was the best play. He did have 4 down up, which I did not like. I didn't really connect that when I was swinging. Realistically, I know this deck runs, both Spiderweb and Punk Gibson. I end up swinging 9 into his life, and I can see he has a ton of cards in hand. So I'm watching this back. I think like putting him playing the Dofflamingo and freezing me really put me on the back foot. And then just trying to swing into his board and then being countered. I think that is kind of what kept me on the back foot this game. So I'm wondering if it would have been better just to swing large at life and let my bodies go. Definitely very interested in what you guys think. So I go ahead and I Croc ability, get it back active, and I get Miss Valentine, which I think I end up keeping the Miss Valentine because I'm thinking, I can search with her. which unfortunately I get rid of a 2K. I think I should have. I think here I should. I'm trying to think if I should keep Croc, and I know I do. I expend a lot to keep Croc here, and I'm thinking I should have just let him go. Yeah, so I do a 2K and a Blast Breath, and I have 3 cards in hand. And yeah, watching this back, I'm not sure, and I'm very interested in what you guys have to say. I think that, yeah, so I let Croc go here, and he plays the Diamante, I believe is his name. Minusing 4 Dawn to keep himself from hitting Birdcage, which is just neat. And he passes, and I get Yamato, which is great. I could pop the Diamante because I have 5 life right now. So yeah, I'm not sure. So he just played the. I'm feeling like if I just went aggressive into his life, he has less cards now. He still has a good amount of cards, but less than he did in the prior turn. Go figure, that's how this game works. And I think that might be kind of what I should have done, is just kind of went into his life and ignored his board, especially while I'm sitting at 5 life. I know I've said it like 12 times, but I'm incredibly curious what you guys think, if there was a way that I could have won this, or how I could have come back, so to speak. Because, yeah, I'm sitting at a lot of life, and I think I swing, yeah, I think I'm swinging a massive amount into, yeah, and I feel like if, yeah, I feel like just because he has 2 life right now, like, yeah, I feel like I could just kind of, aggress really hard. So I think about the Okama way, but I grab Croc out of the search. I think I might actually, no, playing the Croc would not be smart. I think I do play the Croc though. I don't play the Croc. There's no point in playing the Croc. And I think, what am I doing? Yeah, I think that I should have held on to Croc. Okay, so I attach a lot onto lead. I'm okay with that. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I go 10 into Bullet. He counters, and I pass turn. So I'm not swinging with Katakuri. I'm kind of hoping that he swings into my life and gives me some cards, because I am low on cards. I think I'm okay with that play. I'm glad I didn't play Croc, especially because I have, like, granted I don't have a lot of counter in my hand, but that's fine. So he plays Hody, and I hate that. This game made me very upset. Not because, like, just because, like, I felt like I was just being aggressed so fast, and anytime I did anything, like, I couldn't win. He just completely outplayed me, and I felt like I started very well, and so it was pretty upsetting to be, to put it lightly, to be shit on like this. So he swings 6, I go ahead and take, and of course I get Capone. I say Bullet can't attack, but at this point in the game, I'm pretty sure that I'm toast. Yeah, I think maybe there's a chance. I play Croc, I heal, I swing into life, maybe. Yeah, because his board state is just insane, especially compared to mine. And yeah, like, honestly, this game made me feel really, really bad about, how my ability as a one-piece player. And so I decided I was like, oh no, I don't want to attack that. And then I was like, yeah, I need to, like, I already attached it, I'm gonna play that way. But yeah, no, this game made me feel like I'm a garbage One Piece player, and that's part of the reason I left at the tournament after going. I think, honestly, so what happened was this game I played, and I felt like I was doing really well, and then the 10-drop Doffy turn happened, and I just felt like I was scrambling for my life. And then the next game, I think I was already kind of checked out, and I was playing against Sakazuki, and I felt really, like, incapable as a One Piece player, and I just got very much in my head, and I left, and like, I let them know. I didn't just leave. Like, I said, okay, I'm dropping. Like, I'm gonna go home. But I'm a very competitive person. And so losing like this really hurts. You know, I especially because, like, I started the channel because I want to get better. And when I lose games like this bad, I feel like I'm not improving. I feel like there's no point. So he plays another Hody. He takes his last life, and I'm pretty sure that's game. He's got a lot of massive bodies. And yeah, so it's definitely really hard. I know that my local scene is filled with a lot of very talented players. So I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Granted, I think I should have countered out of that because the other hits I'm not countering out of. Yeah, a lot of the people who play at my locals are very good, and I shouldn't, you know, this is the first TCG that I've ever really gotten into, you know, so to speak. Like, I played Magic briefly, but, you know. So yeah, I dumped my whole hand countering out of that Douglas hit. That was dumb. I should have just countered out of the Diamante hit. Yeah, and at this point in the game, I've checked out. I know I've lost, and I'm feeling like absolute garbage about it. And there's my 7 mom. That's great. That's great. So yeah, I just forfeit there. Really just kind of a disheartening game. Especially because, like, I feel like I've been putting in all my time is consumed by this game. And so to get smacked around like that is really just disheartening, honestly. And as I was mentioning earlier, I am a very competitive person. I want to do well. And I have not been doing well on Croc, and it's been making my self-worth lower, which is so dumb, but that is how my brain works, unfortunately. So we're going to try some new decks, and I'm not done with Croc. I'd like to continue to play Croc. I do enjoy the deck, but I just need a break from it. As you guys can kind of tell, it was not loving me. It has not been loving me lately. I think in the Sakazuki game that I'm not posting, I think I saw a total of like 10k counter. Maybe that's being generous. So yeah, really unlucky with the purple yellow Croc deck right now. So we're gonna take a little break. I think we're gonna be playing Yamato or Whitebeard. Last I checked, Yamato was in the lead. So I'm excited. I think Yamato is gonna be really fun. And we are not getting rid of purple yellow Croc. As I said, I'll say it again, we're not getting rid of it. We're just taking a little break. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm really hoping you guys can give me some insight on how I could have played this match better, or if, you know, if I just got shit on because I'm bad. Let me know down below. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys taking the time to comment and give me feedback. I read every one, and I appreciate every comment. I don't care if you guys are telling me this is bad. I know it's bad. That's why I'm posting. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, for some reason, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.